Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, At Home with Shell, and to another gift guide. This is the final in my gift guide series, so this is the gift guide for kids. I've already done the gift guide for him and for her. If you want to watch them and get some ideas, then I will link those videos in the description box down below for you. But today is all about the little ones in our lives, and just, yeah, I've got loads of gifts. I'm literally surrounded by toys. I've got about 25 gift ideas that kids will love. I've tried to think about things that my children have really enjoyed over the years. Yeah, so I hope you find this video really useful. I'll try and link everything that I can in the description box down below. And as with my other gift guides, I will also be giving away a £25 voucher just for anywhere. If whoever wins it, basically let me know where you want a voucher for, and I will send that to you. So yeah, hopefully this is useful. If you do like it, then please do give it a thumbs up. Right, so first of all, I've got a real mixture of like budgets as well. So I've got some like bigger gifts and then the more kind of stocking fillers as well in this gift guide, so something for everyone hopefully. First of all, I couldn't do a kids gift guide without including Play-Doh, in particular this Play-Doh. So my daughter actually got this for Christmas last year. It is the Play-Doh kitchen, and this is probably her most played with toy. She plays with it all the time. I think anything Play-Doh is great from kids, probably from kids from around 2 years old up until, I don't know, kids play with Play-Doh for ages, don't they? Because they can get really creative with it. I think especially if you've got crafty kids, Play-Doh is great, and I really recommend this one. It's the Play-Doh kitchen. I've also got another couple of Play-Dohs. I've bought her one this year actually, so this is for Christmas this year, and this is the Play-Doh dog, because I find that kids really like any kind of Play-Dohs where you can cut things, so you can obviously get the hair coming out of it. You can get ones where, you know, it's a person and the hair comes out. There's so many of the kitchen creation ones you can get. We've also got a pizza oven one, again, which she really likes because you can get really creative and make lots of little food. So yeah, Play-Doh is definitely a must. Another thing that I obviously couldn't do a gift guide for kids and not include is Lego. We have quite a lot of Lego, but one thing that I would really recommend are these little Lego sets. These are the Lego City sets. They're relatively inexpensive, so they're probably from around £8 to around £15, so they're great as little stocking fillers. And there's so many different ones. We've got a couple of the Lego City ones, so we've got the fire engine here, and then we've also got the police helicopter. Things like this are great. They come with instructions, and then they can obviously rebuild it again. We've got some of the Lego Friends ones as well. These are really great. We've got a few of these. We've got this pets one here. We've got an ice cream shop. Really nice, and I think kids really enjoy displaying these types of things as well. And then if you've got any older children, there's the creator type of Lego. We've only got the small one because Arabella's still quite young, but the creator section is amazing. I actually ended up buying Lego for someone in my team because they do it all the way up for adults now. Yeah, and I've got one coming for Arabella for Christmas as well, and it's the Lego 3-in-1, which is great because then you can build it and it's into a bird, and then I think it's also like a dog and something else. So yeah, the Lego 3-in-1 creators are excellent if you're getting Lego. Next up is Playmobile. I haven't got the Playmobile to show you because it's huge, and it's just basically in one of our boxes, but we've got the Playmobile farm. I've had that for a couple of years, had so much use out of it. Again, kids can get really interactive with it. You build it all, which takes quite a bit of time, and then you can obviously play with like all the horses and the little people in there and everything. So I definitely think Playmobile is a great present. Again, probably more expensive for some of the bigger sets, but you can get smaller sets that also go with it. We've got a horse and a cart that goes with it, and she would just love playing with that. Next is Kinetic Sand. I love Kinetic Sand. I think it's so good. It's like sand, but it doesn't go everywhere, and it almost has like a Play-Doh kind of consistency. It's quite hard to explain. One thing that I would recommend is, yeah, Kinetic Sand. Again, so many different sets. This one is really good. It's the construction one. So in here you get a digger. We've got another construction set, then we will play with that as well. And then you can make the little bricks out of the Kinetic Sand. Really lots of fun to play with and doesn't go everywhere like sand. And then you can also get lots of other Kinetic Sand sets. So we've got the Kinetic Sand scent set where you can make ice cream and waffles and ice cream sundaes and all of that kind of thing. Yeah, just lots of fun playing with things like this. I tend to prefer buying presents that they can play with rather than just, you know, like a big plastic toy that kind of does one thing, whereas those types of things they go back to time and time again. Next up is a desk. If you haven't got a desk, I think a desk is definitely worthwhile. We picked ours up from IKEA. I think it was around £20–25, just a plain white desk. It was actually wooden and I just painted it white, and it sits in her playroom and it's so ideal for doing all of the Play-Doh on. She does lots of crafting on it. It comes with 2 seats as well, and I think this would take them easily from, you know, kind of 1, 2 up until when they're maybe like 6 or 7. So yeah, definitely recommend a desk. Also is a play kitchen. There's lots of play kitchens. Arabella plays with her play kitchen all the time. We got her one from Aldi. Really good value. I think Aldi is fantastic, especially for their wooden toys. She makes like food for her dollies. We'll often play chefs, and as she's starting to learn to write now, she's getting a bit older, we'll play things like you know, she's the chef in the kitchen and she has to write down what we're having for dinner and that kind of thing. So yeah, would definitely recommend a play kitchen. I know IKEA do a great one as well, and there's loads of things online where people have kind of hacked it and made it into a really cool kitchen. Next up along the kind of bigger main gifts is a piano. So it's like a little piano. Arabella got this, I think it was for her first Christmas. So she was quite young then, but she would still kind of bang on it. And actually it's something that she plays with all the time. She will often go on it if there's music on the TV and we're watching a film. She'll just go and start to play it, and I then just put some, I kind of put the letters for the notes. I just stuck them to the keys as well. So now she's actually starting to learn it. Again, slightly more expensive, but as a main gift, I think that is something, if you want to get your children into music from a young age, then something that they would use time and time again. Moving on to some techie type gifts. Now, I'm not a huge techie person, but obviously I know that kids love it. But one thing that we really like is the VTech Kiddie Zoom camera. Because I obviously do YouTube, Arabella often sees me talking into the camera, and often wants to vlog herself, and this came in so handy. She absolutely loves it, and it's so funny when she's filming things and then to watch it back. I just think those memories to look back on. Yeah, so if you've got any, I think, and these would be suitable for so many ages. The quality isn't brilliant, but it's honestly, they're so good. And what you do get with them is you get a green screen. So you get a huge green sheet that you can basically hang up. You can just hang it up anywhere. We've hung it from the fireplace on the wall. We've hung it outside in the summer, and then you can just set the camera up in front of it, and then it's got various different things on it, so it looks like they're driving a car or they're running away from dinosaurs. Yeah, honestly, it's a lot of fun, and I think especially kids would have so much fun just running around with this, pretending to film themselves, filming other people. Yeah, maybe you've got a future vlogger as well. I think that these are great. Not an iPad, but the Kindle Fire. We've had this for quite a few years now, and it's great, and they're fairly expensive. If you get these in Black Friday, you can normally get them half price as well. I think they're normally around, I don't know, around £50–60 if you get them in the Black Friday sales. Obviously a lot cheaper than an actual iPad. You know, an actual iPad you're probably talking, I don't know, £400 or something. Whereas this is the Amazon Kids Fire, so you can link it up to your Amazon account as well. You can make sure it's completely, you know, it's got all the parental controls and everything on it. Has a login just for them so they can't see certain things on it. You have to accept all of their apps that they download on it. It's ideal for reading, reading, playing games. You can obviously, we've linked up the Disney, our Disney account, stuff like that on that. So if we're on a long car journey, for example, then we can just pop this, and we've got a thing in the back of the head seat that we can plug this into, and then they can watch films. But yeah, I think something like that is quite a good main present without spending an absolute fortune. Also on the kind of, I suppose it's quite techy, is a watch. This is a Frozen watch, and this is actually a smart watch. You can obviously get a normal watch as well. What we liked about this one is because I wear a smartwatch, and you know, will track my steps and that kind of thing on there, and with this you can do all of that. So it's really good for kids, trying to get them a little bit more active if that's an issue. And you'd honestly be surprised how many steps kids do just running around the house. So yeah, I think a smartwatch is a really nice idea, and obviously they come in so many different designs. This is a Frozen one, but you can get all the Marvel ones, you can get plain ones, and there's also a built-in camera as well, which is pretty cool, and there's various little games that they can play on it. So yeah, I think a watch is a really nice present. I think these are around £20. Next up is this LED writing pad. So these are actually so cool, and they're only, I think they're about £10–11. If you've got kids who enjoy writing or learning to write and spell their name, all of that kind of thing, or even just doodling, these are so handy to take with you. So we will often take this with us if we're going out in the car somewhere, and basically you just write on it, you write anything you want, you draw anything you want, and then there's a button down here, and then it just clears it, and then you've got a new pad again. So yeah, would definitely recommend something like that, the LED writing pad. Next, moving on to games. Now, you can't obviously have Christmas without having some games, and I really like games that the whole family can get involved with. I think it just teaches kids so many lessons playing games, because I'm not a parent who always lets their kids win neither. And yeah, one that we've really enjoyed is Monopoly Junior. We've been playing this probably since Arabella was maybe like 3. And it's really good for helping them understand the concept of money, and that you have to get something to buy the houses, and then you get money off other people, and then there's the banker. I think Monopoly is a great gift, and you can get so many different Monopolies, obviously for various different ages. I know they have loads of themed ones as well. This is the Peppa Pig one, it's a junior version, but you can get obviously the credit card version now as well. Yeah, I think Monopoly is a great game, and something then that the whole family can get involved with as well. Another game that I wanted to share that actually was my eldest daughter's when she was younger, and we played it for years, and now Arabella loves it as well, is Picturica. So basically I think there's about 9 different cards on here, and you get a little card, and it's got a little picture on it, and then you have to find the picture. And kids are actually surprisingly very good at this. I would say kids are better at this than adults when I've played it. Yeah, it's just a fun little game. It's almost like a Where's Wally, but you're trying to find wherever the little person is on there, or the little logo, and then when you do find it, you shout Picturica, and then whoever gets the most cards wins. But yeah, again, another really nice game that the whole family can enjoy, and younger kids and older kids can all play and enjoy it. Next up is something probably for younger kids, but I had to include it. I had to get this out the garage actually, because we don't really play with it anymore, and it is the ice cream truck. It's the Leapfrog ice cream scoop and learn cart. This we have had oh my god, we've just played with this so many times. We get it out, it was just out all the time. We still get it out in the summer and play like ice creams in the garden, and you get your scoop and everything with it, you get all the ice creams. It helps with counting, you can put different things into the till. Yeah, whenever anyone comes round, the kids always want to play with this. So yeah, and it's not too expensive, and it looks quite a big present as well. Yeah, definitely recommend the ice cream cart, especially for kind of younger kids. Next up, in terms of playing, and again is something that Arabella has played so much with, is a doctor's kit. So she got this for Christmas last year. There's various different ones around, some are a lot better than others. I really rate this one. So it's got the dressing up kit in it, where you can actually dress up as a doctor. It's got all of the utensils like the stethoscope, it's got the thermometers, and what's really cool about it is a lot of it lights up as well, and it comes with Comes with like a little board, so if they're learning to write, then they can write down what your symptoms are. So sometimes I will be sad, or I will have a cut leg, and she will write all of that down. Yeah, I think things like this are great because it really gets them away from any screen time, and obviously gets them using their imagination as well. Yeah, definitely recommend this doctor set. This was from Amazon, so like I said, I will try and link everything that I can in the description box down below. But yeah, a doctor's set is a great gift. If you've got a child that really enjoys helping, so if you've got someone, you know, when you're doing housework and always wants to help you, then I would really recommend something like this, like a cleaning caddy. I feel like there was definitely something else there before, but yeah, this has had lots of use out of it, because if ever I'm mopping the floor, then Arabella will mop the floor. If I'm using the dustpan and brush, she will just go and get hers out as well. Yeah, so if you've got kids that really enjoy helping, I find stuff like this is so handy, because it means you can get on and obviously get some cleaning done, but then they're entertained as well and they really feel like they're helping. And then we also have the Dyson Vacuum, again, same kind of thing, and it turns on and all these little bits go around, so it feels like they're actually vacuuming. We use this all the time. Often when I'm vacuuming, she will vacuum as well, and I feel like kids really enjoy anything like that, don't they? Anything that they feel like they're really getting involved and helping out mum. Next is dressing up. Now, I think that dressing up is so much fun for kids. I think from any ages, depending on what they're into, kids always want various things. We have lots of the Disney dress up ones, we've got all the Frozen ones. So yeah, I think any kind of dressing up is a great gift, and again, not too expensive. Most of them come in at around £20 to £25. And then what I got Arabella recently for her birthday was a dressing up rail. So in her bedroom, she's got all of her dressing up things on her rail, and then she puts all the dressing up shoes. There's a really nice shoe set that you can get from Amazon, which again I will link down below, and it comes with like the matching shoes and the crown and everything. But you know, if you've got maybe boys who like dressing up as well, you can dress up as all the characters, all the Marvel characters, whatever their favourite TV show is, you can pretty much get dress up stuff for anyone. So I think that's again another reasonably priced idea for kids. Another thing that I had to mention is baby Annabelle. If you've got children, and I think any children, boys or girls, really enjoy playing with dollies. There's just something that they love about caring for another human. And again, I suppose it's they see their mums doing it and their dads doing it. So yeah, I had to mention baby Annabelle. Arabella had one for her first birthday. You can get a really small one, and she had a tiny little pram then as well, which she would kind of push it around in. But since then, baby Annabelle is someone who probably gets played with every single day. She gets breakfast made for her using the play kitchen, and then obviously there's loads of things that go with them. You can get a pram, you can get a high chair. We were getting Arabella a like the bed, the cot thing for her Christmas. My eldest daughter Tamsin, when she was younger, she had a baby Annabelle. She had it till she was probably about 10 years old, and she absolutely loved her. She wouldn't go anywhere without her. Yeah, and they're so nice, and they're quite reasonably priced as well. I think they're around, I don't know, £50 maybe, and you can hear them, they talk, and if you give them a bottle, they suck on the bottle and then they sleep. If we give her, oh, she's making a lot of noise now. You see, they suck on the dummy. Yeah, I think something like this is, I'm going to turn her off now, is an ideal gift. You can buy loads of clothes for them. Yeah, I mean, you can even get wardrobes. I think a baby Annabelle is great. You can obviously get the reborn dolls. They are a lot more expensive, so maybe for older kids they might want the reborn. But yeah, Annabelle is definitely, I had to mention her because she is Arabella's favourite, and like I said, was Tamsin's favourite when she was younger too. Next up is something that I'm getting Arabella this year for Christmas, and is great if you've got any wannabe singers in your family as kids. Then this is a wireless microphone, and it's so cool. You can basically sing into it, and then there's loads of different ones. You can link it up to the TV, so you can put the words on the TV and everything, and they can sing. It lights up. Honestly, they're so cool. I think this is all she's asked for Christmas. Yeah, and I think these kids of any ages will just love stuff like this. You know what kids are like, they love just singing and dancing and everything. So Yeah, then moving on to a couple of things for maybe like smaller kids. Are the play sets that you can get from Aldi. I mentioned earlier with the kitchen, they do loads of really nice play sets. We've had the Noah's Ark when she was younger, and again, much cheaper. They're probably half the price compared to everywhere else. This was a little play set that she had. It was the school play set. Again, it gets their imagination going because they can pretend that they're the people. You can play with them, they can play with each other, and then, yeah, you know, they pretend they're going to school. That was a really good one that we played with a lot. And then another one that we had is the wooden tabletop flower garden. We've also got loads of the food from there. They do lots of the wooden food that we use for the kitchen, and then you can get all of the washing up liquid, like obviously all the wooden ones as well. But yeah, Aldi wooden collection is incredible and really well priced. Next is, I had to mention the Barbie Truck. So this is great. It does take up quite a lot of room. It is quite big, but it then kind of all folds out, and it's like a burger truck almost as well, but then she can live in there and play in there and do everything, and then drive it like a Barbie truck. Again, endless hours of fun. The Barbie truck, the Barbie house, and the Barbie camper van, I think they are all brilliant gifts. We do also have a doll's house which she used when she was younger. Again, that was from Aldi, from their wooden toy selection. She didn't play with that as much, but I would say the Barbie, all the Barbie stuff definitely plays with a lot more. Another really nice little gift, and maybe especially for a birthday, not just Christmas as well, is a DIY birthday cake. And it's basically like an afternoon tea, but with a birthday cake. You can set it all up, you can do all the tea and the coffee and the biscuits and everything, and then you build the cake. There's a couple of cakes in there. You build it by putting all the candles, all of the decorations on it, and I think that's a really nice little gift that children will play with time and time again. We often get this out in the summer, sit outside in the garden with it, build it, and, you know, pretend that we're doing a little afternoon tea, obviously with Annabelle as well. Maybe not quite as fun, but I think it's always good to throw some educational toys in there as well. We've got the Leapfrog reading book, which is okay. I know when my eldest was younger, she absolutely loved it. And now Arabella's getting a bit older and starting to read more. She does quite enjoy it. But I think you can't go wrong with just old-fashioned things like spelling games. This we use all the time. You can use it from a young age, just helping them learn their letters. As they get older, then they can obviously start to put the letters on here, and then they can just use it to make bigger words. Yeah, and I think this was quite reasonably priced. Again, I'll link it down below. But I think things like that are, you know, they're playing and they're also learning. Lastly is another couple of things is the Aqua Doodle. So basically it is this huge mat. Oh, it's a huge mat like that, and then you put it on the floor. It's basically like mess-free painting, which, let's be honest, we all love. And then in it you get like little pens. You get loads of little pens and brushes and stamps, and you just fill them with water, and then it makes really pretty shapes and drawings all on the mat. And you can literally use that from when, you know, pretty much when children are kind of crawling, they can get things and draw on it. It's a really fun thing to do. And then lastly, I just wanted to share something if you've got quite crafty kids, and that is, they are the Aqua Beads. These are obviously used now. You can get a whole set of Aqua Beads. They're really fun just to make things with. So you can make, there's like loads of examples of things that you can make. You just put them on the boards here, and then you spray them together. So much fun. We just keep them in here, all of the different beads that I've separated out. This is just from Home Bargain. It's like a craft set. But yeah, I think Aqua Beads or any kind of things that you can make your own jewellery with, like DIY jewellery sets, are really nice little gift for children. So I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to share with you today. So I really hope that this has been useful, maybe giving you some ideas if you're stuck with what to get kids. And remember, if you do want to enter the giveaway, to put a comment in the description, put a comment down below, and then I'll pick a winner at random in the next couple of weeks to win the £25 voucher. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye!